once in a while, it's just fun to sort of jump into the middle of one of these debates. So let's do it. You watch Steph Curry play. You watch Kyrie play. Which guy in your mind has better handles?
Kyrie Irving. I think it's easy to say that. Steph Curry has a nasty handle, but you also have to understand that when you're playing the game of basketball, some of the things that make Steph Curry's handle look even better is the fear of his shot. He's the greatest shooter we've ever seen in our life. So he can do a head fake, he can dribble one way or another, and you're literally petrified. So it looks like his handle is what's dazzling you. And I'm not trying to say he doesn't have a pretty damn good handle, because he does. But his shot is so exceptional that the mere fear of him just pulling up and launching with that quick release, knowing it usually goes in, that's something to be fearful of, whereas Kyrie just dances on you all day long. It's not that he can't shoot, but he's not known as, quote-unquote, a shooter. Of course, he can score, but it's usually predicated on how exceptional his handle is. Kyrie Irving, if you had to pick between the two, you'd want to see Steph Curry shooting. With Kyrie Irving, whether it's Rutgers Park, whether it's L.A., some, south side of Chicago, or any place in between, you want to see this brother because you want to see him literally dance as if he's in an And-1 commercial or something like that. Kyrie Irving, he gets the handle nod.
You mentioned the fear of the shot versus fear of the bounce.
That's right.
If you're talking about fear of the bounce, it is Kyrie. I mean, it's not really much of a debate for me, because he is sauce on top of sauce.
That's right.
When you get in front of him and he looks to attack, he's gonna embarrass you. That's the fear defensively. You're like, oh my gosh, is he gonna break me down? Am I gonna fall on my butt? Is Greeny gonna be having me for eye candy? All right.
That's right.
And that's what Kyrie Irving's able to do. He puts you on ice skates and he waits and sees where your body weight shifts. And as soon as that weight shifts, he's gone.
All right, so we don't have much disagreement there. We hope we'll see a great one, a great show from those two again tomorrow night on ABC. Meanwhile, we had a little disagreement here this morning. Stephen A., we're going to let you be the arbiter of this.
Sure.
So the All-Star starters were named yesterday, and the Eastern Conference starters are a very impressive collection. There's no question about it. But it is my contention that the Golden State Warriors would beat the Eastern Conference All-Stars if they were to go head-to-head. And we put a poll question up, and by a very slim margin, America right now is agreeing with me. So in your opinion, if the Golden State Warriors played the Eastern Conference All-Stars, which we put them up earlier this morning, it's Kawhi, it's Kemba Walker, it's Kyrie Irving, it's Giannis, and Joel Embiid. Who wins?
I would tell you this is tough. It's a really, really tough call. I'm going to say the Golden State Warriors.
Thank you.
And let me tell you why. Clearly, the East has more talent overall. But when you talk about Steph, Klay, Kevin Durant, and now you add Boogie Cousins to the mix, who can you guard one-on-one? And I'm talking about just from the perimeter. The fact of the matter is that the way that the NBA game is called in this day and age is soft as cottonelle tissue, as far as I'm sure. You can get a technical for having bad breath. It's just that bad in the NBA at times. You look at these guys, they're such prolific shooters. They make 80 to 88 to 92% of their free throws. They shoot perimeter shots. They did an article on Steph Curry a couple of weeks ago where you talk about deep threes from 30 to 35 feet. The man has shot 48% over the last 4 years and 54% this year. You saw Klay explode the other day against the Lakers. And by the way, all the while these explosions are taking place, Kevin Durant just quietly goes about the business of averaging 27 a game. Yeah. Averaging 27 a game. So I look at it from that perspective, and I say their shot-making ability, their three-point scorers. The other team is two-point scorers, Giannis and others, and that's what I think is a problem.
Is it bad for the league? I mean, we're talking about the All-Stars of the Eastern Conference, and we're looking at an actual team in the Western Conference. Well, and that's your opinion, and I understand it. I disagree, but right. Is it bad for the league that the Warriors are that far out in front of everybody else?
Well, I think see. Here's the thing. I think that the Warriors, it's a foregone conclusion they're going to win the NBA championship. Yeah. I always think to some degree that is a bad thing for the league. But I will say this: I am of the mindset that this particular year, there's about two teams in Boston and Toronto that can give them a run for their money in the finals. Would they beat Golden State? I don't believe so. But could they make it interesting because of their length, their athleticism, and their willingness to defend? Yes, it is. The thing is, with an all-star game, you're talking about an offensive showcase, and that's where it gets that's where it's slim pickings. I look at the Golden State Warriors, and their ability to prolifically shoot the basketball, to me, is what gives them the edge over everybody.
Okay, so just to confirm here, I'm right, you're wrong. That worked out very well.